right, guys. Welcome back to the podcast. The podcast, everything related to a podcast. We're the number one podcast in the world. We're not. I think Joe Rogan still kind of beats us a
I
little
mean,
bit.
last year weren't we in like top 10%
We were in the
or
top
something?
10%.
Which is amazing because like my dad is the only one who listens to this.
Actually, yeah, we averaged close to 80 listeners, and his dad just made 80 different accounts.
Yeah, my dad, he knows.
Yeah,
He's gonna know on the next episode.
for sure. Does he actually listen to the podcast?
No.
Oh, I figured. But
Wait. You want to hear something actually crazy though?
What?
That's kind of related to this, and it's about my dad.
Okay.
Okay, so, I mean, for the listeners out there, my dad is a character. Like, he he doesn't care how he looks in public. But so like when people say like, "Oh my god," like that person's like the white girl thing, like, "Oh my god, they're living their best life." That's like my dad. Like he intentionally tries to like act like an idiot all the time just to like have fun with whatever.
Do you know what
So
he reminds me of? He reminds me of the Office, Steve Carell, like his character. Your dad reminds me
he
of him.
kind of looks like Steve Carell.
He kind of does, and he kind of acts like him too. Like he has like sometimes like dry humor, but at the same
Yeah.
time he's a little crazy.
Yeah.
That's if
I-
you want to know, that's the best way I can describe his dad.
Yeah. I kind of.
Yeah.
He's not as dry, but yeah. So, and my dad, he doesn't work like a normal job. Like he does like rental real estate or what. He's basically a landlord. And rather than like working like 9 to 5 or whatever, he just tries to like find investments or whatever. We're not like rich or anything. It's just kind of like enough to get by kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like he makes like a normal person salary in New Jersey. It's just that he doesn't work per se. But he's always looking for like new investments. So something that he was looking into was like buying a YouTube channel. So like at first, and like I don't know any of the logistical stuff about buying one, like whether you're allowed to or not, but something he was looking into, like there's a website apparently where like people sell their YouTube channels.
Okay.
And he was looking into, you ever see those like car crash compilations or something?
Yeah.
He was gonna buy one of those channels because there was one that had like 300,000 subs or something and was making like $4,000 a month or something like that. So my dad was like, "Yo, I should just buy this YouTube channel and make $4,000 a month for doing," and then he was gonna like hire an editor or something. But then like it fell through. The guy sold it to someone else, so he's scrolling through more, and he's like, "Danny, I found this Valorant glitches channel that makes like I don't remember what the number was, but it was more than like $2,000 a month. I forget what the channel was called.
Yeah.
But he's like, but I don't know anything about Valorant, and I'm like, I am not sitting there scrolling through Valorant glitches and trying to make a YouTube channel about it. But I think it's just so funny that he recognized that. Like, I guess he only knows like Valorant exists, and he's like, Danny might know something about this. I'm like, okay, Dad.
So he just didn't end up buying it?
No, he's not gonna buy it, cause I think he said he was interested in the car crash one because like he likes cars. Like, he's a big car guy and stuff like that. So he's like, I'd only want to buy something if it was like a channel that I would like. But like, I thought it was very funny that he's like, Valorant channel. That would be so cool. Oh.
But no, that's. I know your dad's like an interesting. I think he's still doing that thing where he's just buying and selling like the motorcycles, or was it boats?
Jet skis.
Jet skis.
Yeah. So for context, my father wants a jet ski because we have a house in upstate New York by a lake. And he doesn't want to buy a new jet ski because a new jet ski can be like 15 grand. And like my dad is very cheap, okay? Like he bought like the Chevy Trailblazer that he was driving around for 2 years that is literally falling apart as you drive it. He bought it for $1,500,
Mm.
and rather than buying a new car, he just kept trying to fix this one because he didn't want to spend money on a new car.
Yeah.
And then he upgraded to a fucking from a 2004 Trailblazer to a 2005 Mercury Mariner, which is like the same thing,
Yeah.
but he's cheap. So rather than buying a brand new jet ski, he bought one jet ski for like $300 that like didn't work or something, and he resold it for more money. Okay, and he did that, and then he took let's say he sold it for $400. He took that $400 and bought another jet ski for $400 and sold that one for $500. Okay, so now I think at this point he's bought like 20 jet skis or something, and I
Yeah.
think overall he's like accumulated like 8 grand worth of like trade ups for jet skis. He doesn't currently have one because he sold one like the other week, but right now he's trying to sell his Trailblazer because we still have it even though we upgraded. He's trying to trade the Trailblazer for a motorcycle, and then he can trade the motorcycle for another jet ski.
You know, you know what your dad reminds me of? Everyone, if you watch back then, where those guys were like going from a 5 cent CS:GO skin to a knife. Have you ever watched those videos?
Yeah.
That is what your dad reminds me of, and
Yeah, that's what he's doing, but
he's literally doing it. But
IRL with jet skis.
yeah, and I feel like if your dad made a series about that, that shit would be kind of funny. Like I made a whole
He
series.
probably could because like the whole he doesn't say this, but we're 90% sure he loves like the negotiation process. Like he enjoy like you know how people are like I hate buying cars. Like I hate going to the dealership and having to fucking like haggle these fucking people to get a good price on a car. My dad loves that shit. So we think half of the reason he's just going to like for this whole jet ski thing is because he's making a game out of fucking negotiating these jet skis and trying to trade them.
What the fuck? Wait,
Like-
hold up. Can I have him come up and make me like get me a deal on a
No,
new
like
car?
if you're ever gonna buy a car, like if he won't do it for you, he'll be like, "This is what you got to do at the dealership, and this is how you're gonna do it, and this is the attitude you have to go in with it." Like it's a game, okay, bro. Like,
Bro.
my dad is he walks into the car dealership to play chess.
He comes in there just to have fun.
No, literally though. Like I don't know. That's why when like I was selling my first car, he's like, "This is how you got to sell it. You got to sell it to this guy and have someone come in the next day to check it out and also sell it to that guy." And I'm like, "Man, this guy's
Bro, he would be great in Among Us. I feel like he'd be amazing at Among Us. Or like any of those kind of games where like required like you have to convince somebody. Your dad would be fucking sick about that shit.
I think he would be good because my dad is a loose cannon. You never know. Watch your foot.
Oh, whoops.
Bro.
Yeah. Can't make a move. No. But yeah, no. Your dad
like-
sounds like he would be like good in those kind of like negotiation-esque lying kind of games where like he'll just
But
make up.
You got to see his face because like my dad's got he's got faces. Like one time so he was negotiating a lease deal for my mom's car, and the guy's like, "Okay, it'll be I don't know how much. It'll be $350." And my
Yeah.
dad's like, "Can you do 335 a month?" And the guy's like, "No." My dad's like, "That's what I need." And the guy's like, "I can't do that." And my dad goes, and
just stares at him.
I wasn't there, but my mom was there with them, and she's like, they were there for like a good minute, like, and then my mom was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then they ended up settling for the 350 or whatever. I don't know how much it was, but
What
like
the
my
fuck?
dad to negotiate was just gonna
Just staring at him with
just
anger.
like death stare him.
What the fuck? Oh my
Like,
god.
man's a G, bro. Like,
Man's a G. What the fuck? Wait, hold up. I'm not. If I
comes
ever
in locked and loaded.
if I ever need negotiation tips, I'm going to your dad. Your dad's the first
No,
person.
dead ass. Like,
He probably loves that
He'd
shit. He's like, you know
probably-
what? Update me on everything.
yeah, no, he'd be like, "What's he saying? What's he saying? Tell him this. Tell him this."
I'll have like an earpiece on my ear and be like, and I'll just listen to the whole thing. You ever watch Impractical Jokers? Where I'll,
Yeah,
like,
that would be you in the car dealership.
Yeah,
with
my
my dad on the other end.
like, yeah, I'm looking for like a nice casual car, a Mazda, and he's like, tell him to do this, tell him to say this,
Say this, say this, say this. This'll piss him off. This'll piss him off. But yeah,
Nah. What about gaming? I was recently I was invited to this content creator 10
Ew.
mans. And what'd you say?
ew. No, I'm kidding.
This content creator 10 man. So you know how Tarek has his 10 mans and there's
Yeah.
actual elo? Someone made that for Valorant content creators.
Who's in it?
It's like all content creators you can think of, all Valorant content creators you can think of, they're all on there, right? So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I want to join, right? So I think the minimum requirement is you have to have at least minimum of over 10,000 followers on TikTok or 1,000 followers on YouTube or Twitch.
Okay.
So we met the requirement. We have 12,000 on TikTok. So that's sick, right? I was like, okay, cool. And I went in, and low key, there's an elo system. There's like an up and down, but low key, it's actually fucking fun. I feel like
Wait, there's an elo system.
there's a whole elo system.
How's it work?
You start off at 1,000 points, and like it's kind of fun because like I mean, it's not a secret. Everyone knows like people streaming this shit anyways.
Yeah.
So like how I can explain it is like you start off at 1,000 elo. And then you go, you can fluctuate. And there's like a leaderboard system. There's like it's like actually fun.
Oh, and does like the server, the Discord or whatever, just keep track of it?
Yeah, so like
automatically?
so like it randomly picks captains. You pick the players, and then after that you vote on who wins. For example, if me and you are different teams and my team wins, all right, we just need 6 votes out of the 10 people. Just 6 people vote that's like I won. They'll reward you with the elo, and it like fluctuates and it does the math on like all right. Look at my elo and look at their elo. It fluctuates the math how much each person gets. And
Oh,
loses.
that's actually really cool.
I feel like I didn't tell you because like you were like busy all the time and I don't know if you want to play.
Mhm.
But I would highly recommend you join and actually try it out because there's some actual characters in that Discord.
Mhm.
Genuinely, I had a good time.
That's cool.
I actually don't want to play ranked right now just because of how
Have you
much
just been playing that recently?
for the past like 2 days. Yeah, I've just
Yeah.
been playing that and low-key, it's been fun as it actually makes me want to stream the game, like start streaming. And it actually makes me want to start streaming and playing the game because it genuinely is so much fun.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know why
Everyone's probably calming and everything
Oh, yeah,
too,
no.
because everyone's got a personality if they're on
No, they're-
TikTok or Twitch or whatever.
Yeah, because we're all sick of people not calming and not doing anything or not trying. I mean, like again, we try a bit. Of course, we try, right?
Yeah, yeah.
We're trying a little,
but it's not like
we're not like
for your life.
yeah. There's a different one. There's a creator 10 mans and there's just there's competitive creator. I think they're rework right now. We're like kind of reworking the
It's
competitive.
got some structure, but
Yeah.
they're still working it.
Yeah. It's kind of new still, right?
Yeah.
So then I was like, so there's a competitive creator for like okay, people who are creators but actually want to try and really try to get it. It's not like it's like yeah, they're like trying. They want to get elo and they want to. I don't know, get content, of course, because they would just want to try. It's like Tarek's 10 mans.
Yeah.
Everyone's there. They're trying. They're still. I mean, they're having fun, but of course they're trying. So they're doing that, and no, it's been fun. I've been genuinely enjoying the game, like enjoying playing that because I'm like, oh shit, it's like I'm actually having fun. Like I'm meeting new people. You're meeting new people, and also you're meeting, like you're having fun,
Mhm.
and you're playing like in competitive Valorant. Of course, you're not into the actual elo, but then it popped the question in my head. I'm like, are the 10 mans kind of ruining the Valorant ranked experience? Or I was gonna make a video about it. I was gonna like edit it and make a whole video about it and ask everybody about it. I haven't really. I was gonna start asking them.
Why? Because all the people who care about ranked are just leaving the game, pretty much.
Yeah, they're playing 10 mans. Like I went into a. I mean, I played ranked. Like so, I played ranked while everybody's like in the content. I was like, let me play one game of ranked.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was like there's just like.
You realize how unfun ranked is after you play like a real game of
Yeah,
competitive Valorant.
it's definitely like it's experience. Like for example, like when I play in the 10 mans, like the creator 10 mans, like this is how I expect 10 man like ranked to be.
Ranked to be.
Like we're trying, but we're also joking around and we're having fun. Like when when someone like for example someone who's a female and she's talking, nobody's like not some random
Nobody's
like
get in the kitchen.
yeah, like no one's like making some sex jokes. Like we're all trying, we all don't care. Like hey, you know what? I want to play Jet. Go for it. We don't care. Like I'll fail. Hey, what do you guys want to play? I'll play this character. Boom. We're like it's everyone just having fun. And that's what I feel like is missing in ranked because you'll just have these NPCs who just have nothing to do and they just want to fuck. Like, I get it. You want to try to be like, you want to have fun and you don't really like, but when you want to try, you at least want to have fun. Like, for example, like yesterday I was playing, like, it was like, remember Isaac, we used to talk, we had a
Yeah.
podcast. Like, we were playing and I don't know this team and just like, genuinely, it was like, the fucking, because
Oh, you were playing with him?
yeah, I was on my team, and dude, it was so much fun just because he was getting mad, but in the same time, it was like he was being funny mad. You know how in like CS:GO back then, it was like people would just get mad, but it's like a funny way, like not in
Yeah.
a like a harmful way, but he was like funny mad, and like
Yeah.
that kind of like brought me back, and I was like, ah, bro, this is what I needed. This is the shit that needs to be in ranked where people get mad, but that shit's funny, and like everyone kind of
Mhm.
knows each other, so we're like bantering back at it forth at each other, like. I'm just like
It's like having a ranked leaderboard with your friends, pretty much.
yeah, it's like literally having rank, but with your friends and like people, like even like I met people for the first time there, and we were just like everyone was gelling, and we were just chilling. After that,
Mhm.
like it was just so much fun. Like I think that kind of what kind of pisses me off about the ranked experience is like now I don't know what Riot could do because again, like it's hard to just like make every like you're always gonna get bad apples. Any game you're gonna get a few bad apples. You're gonna get bad people, but like I don't know. Again, I'm still in the thing where you should pay to play in a real competitive environment. I'm still in the
What,
sphere of
like
that.
face it or something?
Yeah,
Like
I'm still in the sphere about that. I know some people will like would argue the karma system might help, but I'm still in the thing about like you should play. You should pay to
I
play.
I feel like a way that they could maybe implement a karma system, they would have to have like specific parameters that you could maybe select in order to make it like good. Because like you could either say good teammate or bad teammate.
But some people
And
would abuse that though.
yeah, well there's that. And then also it's like, well, is he a good teammate just because he got a lot of kills or is he a good teammate because he calmed? You know?
Yeah.
Like I mean, like, if you put a system like this, people are gonna abuse it no matter what. But
Hmm.
like, I feel like they could maybe make it better where it could be like you could maybe there's one you could either upvote a person or downvote a person, but it's like upvote because good comms, like specific things, like good com, like similar to how like when you report someone, you can check what they did
Mm-mm.
as to why you're reporting them. If they did something like that, but for positive things. So it's like
Yeah.
good comms, good teamwork, good X thing. And then it could start funneling the people that are good but don't calm and then good because they talk
Yeah.
into
Separate categories.
their own thing so
Yeah.
that like you could get the people who want to be with each other, you
Yeah.
know?
But doesn't League have something when you finish a game, you can just only give positive things to someone?
Yeah, well, to a teammate, you can honor one teammate and there's three options. It's just there's the heart, which is just like GG, there's good shot caller, and I don't remember what the last one is. And there's another one. Um but like either yeah, good shot caller is like good pings, good leadership. Um I don't know why I can't remember the third
You
one.
know what I would say? What I think would be a good idea to help add the karma system, right? But make it a level requirement where you can actually upvote or downvote somebody. I feel like there should
Mm.
be a leveling
So like
system.
Smurf accounts or new accounts can't.
Can't do that.
It's
So
only like once you reach
I would say 200.
hypothetical. Yeah.
I think, I mean, we're just spitballing right now. We can go into detail more. I would say if you were at level 200 or 250, that's when you're allowed
I
to.
think I'm like 175.
No, I say 200, 250 just to be safe. So, like,
Mm.
if you're level 200, 250, or 250, you're allowed to, like, upvote or downvote somebody. Because if you really do care and you've been playing the game a lot, hey, I'm level, like, yeah, that, like, I don't know. I feel like just maybe someone that's like, oh, I don't play the game much, but I want to play a little ranked. But I also feel like, okay, then uh, it just separates them and just like shows. Or like again, like if someone's being bad, they could just get banned. And if they make a Smurf account, they can't say anything unless they get to that rank of 200.
Yeah, yeah.
And by then, I feel like if they already messed up once, they're probably gonna mess up again, and then they'll get banned again. So like, there's like a certain threshold where I would feel like it would just change because I like it's made me think. Right, these past 2 days, I've been like really thinking. I'm like, okay, like these 10 mans have really made me change. Like this is what experience is, and everyone's just good vibes. Everyone's chilling. Everyone's comfortable. They know like Someone's not gonna say something sexist or racist. Like, I was thinking like, okay, what can we change? I'm still in the matter of you should pay to play and there's a karma system. That's my thing. I still believe that. But also there should be level requirement. Again, I know we can always argue about this, but that's my 2 cents on this matter because I'm just trying to see because like this, I'm literally trying to think like I can make a whole PowerPoint and make a whole presentation on why these would work, but
Yeah, I think it's also just like tough because there's always going to be people who deserve to be in like a setting like that, but maybe like say for a level requirement, people who just don't have the time to play as much, but when they do play, they want to play competitively like that. But like just because they don't play enough, like then they get stuck in this shitty queue or whatever.
yeah,
You know, like I guess that it's a double edged sword like that. But yeah, I feel like in all honesty, I feel like it's impossible for Riot to replicate like what's going on with the 10 mans because
yeah, it's
you can't like alienate people is the thing.
mm,
Like when you have that many people, you can't say this is exclusive. Like it makes sense for like League where they have champions queue and whatever because that's a server for the pro players.
mm,
Because like it makes sense because they are professional players, you
mm,
know? And like if they want to, they can still play on the normal server, but it's like if they're actually trying to better themselves as a professional League of Legends player, they're going to play on the champions queue. But like you can't make a content creator queue. Like this, it makes sense because it's a privately owned thing. But like, who
Riot
is?
approved, by the way. It is Riot
Oh,
approved.
really?
Yeah. Like I asked somebody and they said it was Riot approved. They asked Riot
But
approved.
like, I don't think Riot could ever really implement something like this directly in because it's like, oh, but I'm trying to grow, but nobody wants to watch me because I'm not in the streamer queue or
Yeah,
what. Like, I feel like it's just like it's very tough to add things that have specific requirements that a person has to that is not revolving around the gameplay itself.
mm,
You know, like you can say, oh, you need X stats in the game, but it's like, well, you can't put everyone with above a 1 KD in the server together because there's a bunch of shitbags who play Reyna or whatever, or
yeah.
who are just cracked at aim, but they act like pieces of shit. You know, like I think it's very hard for them to make or it would be very difficult for them to make some sort of server or whatever that has some features like this that like doesn't cause an uprising or an
Yeah.
uproar in the community, you
Or
know.
I was saying like, or just make the requirement of you playing ranked so much higher. Just make it higher. Just make it like you have to be level 20, I think it was. Make it level 50.
That's
Make it like
what like
100.
fucking I don't know if it's like this for Overwatch 2, but I remember in Overwatch 1, you had to get to level fucking like 30 or 25 or something, but that shit took like
Forever.
that shit took like
Because
48 hours of
it was like that in
playtime.
Overwatch 2 because I did that. And no, I remember because no, it was either what was it? 10 wins or 20 losses, one or the other, or like I think it
That
was
was just to get your placement.
oh yeah, no, that was your place. I'm sorry. So the level no, it was because I had to do that for Overwatch 2. It was like level 30 and that shit took forever.
Yeah,
Like
it takes
I
like
took it took me
48 hours of
weeks.
playtime or
Yeah,
something
of
like
playtime.
that.
Like for me like cuz I'm not playing like 48 hours straight. So like it took me like 3 to
Like if
4
you play
weeks.
2 hours a day, what? That's fucking 24 days of playing for 2 hours.
Yeah, like that took forever, but in the same time you get like you understand the game. I'm like, okay, now I understand who to play. I understand how to play the game. I'm not like, what does this agent do? Like I'm actually playing the game and I'm enjoying. So
Yeah.
like they should make or like
I mean, League also has a fucking pretty steep one. Like level 30 takes a while,
yeah.
but like I feel like I still don't know everything about League and I've been playing for 2 years.
Well, yeah, league takes forever to learn because there's so many champions. Well, I get that league takes forever. It's a MOBA. MOBA's different harder.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, make it harder. Make it fuck it. Make it 50. Make the requirement level 50. because that would be like, because it's really easy to get 20 levels. I'm not gonna lie, it's very easy.
Yeah, you could do it in like a week.
Yeah,
If you play consistently and you play like well
yeah, and
consistently.
there's like the weekly bonuses. There's like the daily bonuses. Like,
Yeah,
bro, like
yeah.
fuck it, change it to 50. I feel like because it's because if we're not gonna change it, if we're not adding a pay to win, a play system, if we're not adding a karma system, make it harder for Smurfs or people who make new accounts to get into ranked.
Yeah, and then the people who cry about it, you know that they're just Smurfs.
Yeah, if they're crying, oh, why do I have to get so many? Bro, we know you have so many accounts, and you're just trying to, in case you have backups for in case you get banned for saying a slur. We know you're gonna do that. So just, brother, oh, I don't play the game enough, but yo, if you like the game enough and you play it enough, you can get to level 50.
And it's like if you like the game enough, you're gonna quit because you don't get a rank, right?
Before 50. Come on, like first of all, you're playing unrated.
If you like the game, play the game because you like the game, and then
You want to know and learn the game, bro. It's my thought process. That's my thought process in saying, make it either harder for you to join ranked or add a karma or pay to play system. That's
or add both,
or just add both. Fuck it. Make it
Or
make the paywall
genuinely, I don't think pay to play
is gonna work.
is the route, at least not on like native Riot servers.
Yeah, maybe a third party system. I get
Yeah,
that.
like Face It exists separately from Valve.
And I know Valve doesn't
know.
really give a shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, Valve doesn't care. I know, but Riot's that company where like, no, we're making everything, or
yeah,
like,
they don't want you profiting off their
or their game or success.
their product.
Yeah, their product.
Not their game, not their success, because like then you could say, oh well, then people aren't allowed to make Valorant podcasts or whatever. But like they're like that's like using someone else's service and like profiting. Like
yeah.
like I do audio, and you like I don't know, ask me to do audio for something, but you take the money for it. I don't know. That bad example, but I guess similar to something like that, where
Yeah.
like I could definitely see like why that could be problematic, at least especially for Riot. But I don't think that um putting a pay to play thing is fair necessarily.
Mm.
Because like although the game is free, the game has always been free. What you shouldn't have to pay for a better experience. It makes sense with CS:GO because the game was originally $20. So when they made the game free, so everyone can play it, if you want like the good CS:GO experience, then you pay the $20. But that's what the game was initially.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like it makes sense in that way. But like because Valorant is free, people will not be happy with, oh, I've been playing the game for this long and I'm at this elo. Why do I have to pay for it now? You know?
Okay. Yeah, I can see like both sides, and I understand. Again, I'm not saying this is an easy fix. Yes, it is a very hard fix to do. I'm just presenting different options, different ways, different things you can do.
Yeah.
Like I'm just presenting like different ideas. I'm just throwing ideas out. I'm like, this is more like a rough draft idea, what I'm thinking of. I haven't really like sat down. I'm like, I'm writing it detailed.
I think what they should do is they should have an event where you can say whatever fucking shit you want, okay?
That's gonna end
No,
bad.
no. You can do that, and then the people who get reported for saying the worst fucking shit ever all get banned after.
Ooh. So like we're baiting them a little
Yeah,
bit.
no, literally.
It's like, hey, like, oh,
It could be like you can say whatever slurs you want for this weekend, and then anyone who gets a report and gets like a type in of exactly what the person said, ban, instant.
ooh, that would be sick.
That would literally be like the fucking purge for
Holy
fucking.
bro, we would just cut down so much.
Dude, imagine, because like the people who actually care won't say stuff like that. The content creators will not say stuff like that because they don't want to get canceled. The people who care about ranked aren't going to want to ruin the community, you know? The people that don't give a shit are going to say fucking awful shit in the Valorant chat and they're
Ooh.
going to get wiped.
Oh my god. Then we just like clean them out. Oh wait, that's a good idea. Wait, hold on.
I think that's the strat.
We can be like, oh guys,
And
freedom
maybe-
speech day.
and-
Freedom of speech
And
day.
once a year, it's no chat bounds.
Oh, yeah, because you know how like if you like say something, because now Riot has this thing where if you say something, you automatically get flagged.
Yeah, it says they can't type or say for the rest of the game, and then they get a penalty.
Ooh.
Because that's how it works in League. If someone types a slur, it displays a message to your teammates that says X person has typed something that is against our guidelines. They are disabled from chat and pings for the rest of the game. And then they get a ban after the game.
that would be funny.
So they should just do that as well in whoa, I'm sorry. I
Oh.
just fucking kicked the camera. They should do that in Valorant.
Like once a
I don't
year.
know if they do that.
They should do it randomly. Just like they don't even announce it. They announce it the day it happens. Like, all right, for next week, freedom of speech, and then just wipe them all out. Or hey,
Valorant is just the worst place to be for the next
for 1 week a year, you do not want to play ranked.
Yeah.
But in the same time, it's
then all the people that are like, yo, I can say the most fucked up racist, sexist shit ever. Let's hop on the game.
oh, then Riot's
all
like,
of them
Riot's
are
like
gonna play
there's like
together.
I can see Riot just like like laughing behind the scenes, like, oh yeah, we fucking got him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be sick.
That shit goes hard, bro.
Oh my god. Can't wait. And then I was thinking about I was thinking about starting playing Apex again. I saw how good it was. I'm low key gonna start playing Apex. Or like I'm sorry, Guilty Gear, not Apex, Guilty Gear.
Guilty Beer. I saw you playing it the other day.
Yeah. I still think it's one of the top fighting games. See, I know there's like a whole Smash Melee rank thing someone made. Like where
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah,
I
is
was
it
thinking
like an emulator or something?
I think
that
it's
you
an
can
emulate-
also that has online functionality.
Yeah, but you want to know something crazy? It was like 2 people that made an online functionality better
Yeah.
than Nintendo could ever make it. 2 people made that.
Nintendo doesn't use rollback netcode in their premier fighting game.
Why? Like, how can 2 people make such a good fighting experience with barely or like not any lag, no any like great rollback? Like, how can they make something like that? But for some reason, Nintendo, a multi-billion with a B, multi-billion-dollar company, can't do that.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I was looking to start playing it because I was like, you know what? I want to try it because
Have you ever played Melee before?
I played a little. Like I played it for fun. I've played Melee for fun,
It's
but
tough.
it is. No, I'm
like
not like
Smash
3. It was Melee. It was
No,
Smash
no.
4.
No. So Smash 64, Smash Melee, Brawl, Wii U,
And then Ultimate.
Ultimate. So
So that
Smash 5 or Smash Ultimate, easy game compared to fucking Melee.
Oh no, don't be wrong.
I've tried-
Melee's harder.
I've tried playing Melee with Quinn. Quinn at one point was like a semi-pro Smash player. He's one of our friends. And the game is hard as shit, bro, because how a lot of fighting games work today, and including Smash Ultimate, is the game will queue up your inputs. So if you put in a bunch of inputs up to it, like it has a buffer of say like X milliseconds, and if you put stuff in, it'll automatically do those. Smash Melee doesn't have a input buffer like that, like a queue system, because it's old game and they didn't do that back then. Why is that hard? Because you don't think that'd be a problem. Like, oh, I'm just gonna do exactly what I want to do, but you don't know how much you fucking rely on that because you'll be pressing a button and you're like, why isn't my move coming out? And it's like you need to have fucking frame perfect inputs to do that shit.
Melee is the reason. Like Melee is a hard game. Like don't like it's not like
Melee is a very tough fighting game.
that in Tekken. Like Tekken, people understand Tekken. There's
Tekken is my favorite.
not like
I'm shit at it, but it's so good.
Tekken is one of those fighting games where like you can spend hundreds of thousands of hours and you'll just learn the game.
You won't learn the game. You'll learn one person.
You'll learn one person, and then you'll play somebody else, and they have a completely different set moves where they have different like juggling moves you have to do and fighting
Like
combos.
different moves combo into different things. Like it's not like Mortal Kombat's a good example of this. A lot of characters have have combos but are the same button. So like YXB or something will be a combo on Scorpion and a combo on Johnny Cage. I don't know if that's not necessarily true, but there's lots of things that carry over, so you can play other people and like be familiar. Tekken is not like that.
It's like, yeah, like each person has this different set moves, and then like not even different set moves, different buttons, and how you're supposed to combo off the buttons because some combos don't go off well with other combos. So then you
Yeah.
have to memorize, okay, if I'm doing this, I have to do this combo next, this combo next, this combo next to just even juggle it.
And then, like, there's different things. Like, oh, if I hit this guy and he lands with his legs up, I can do this. But if I land and his legs up, but he's turned around, I have to do a different one.
Yeah.
Like,
Like Tekken and Smash Melee are games
I
that you can't just walk in and get good at. No, no, no. You have to genuinely actually like play the game a lot, and you have to really try on those games to even be decent at the game.
that's why if you've ever heard in the Tekken community, the guy Knee
Oh
before
yeah, oh yeah, I've
plays
heard
for
about.
DRX. I don't know if he still. I hope he still plays.
He just won Evo. He just
He
won.
did.
He won
Okay,
the
I
recent
haven't been
Evo.
following, but he's like the goat because like every tournament he plays someone different. Like he literally knows everyone on the
Yeah,
Tekken
he
second
of course.
7 roster.
Yeah, he's been playing again. He's
I
been
mean,
playing the
he's
game.
been playing since like Tekken 3 or Tekken 4 or something.
Yeah,
So
so
like he's been playing, but like to know like to have a couple mains is like damn, that guy's good.
Mm,
He could play anyone. And
yeah,
he like not in he doesn't play a different person in every major tournament. Like there's a couple people that he goes back to like I know he plays Geese a lot and Feng, I think he plays a lot. Two characters, and he plays like some of the more difficult people like
yeah.
Devil Jin. And but he plays a different person in like every tournament. Like what I when I used to play a lot and I was like I was trying to learn this girl Lydia. I searched and I was like, has Nee ever played this girl in the tournament? And in like this weird small tournament, he fucking picked her up and like swept the floor with it. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Like,
how?
you know what you know what's so entertaining about the difference between fighting game players and FPS players? Fighting game players, not only do they know how to have multiple mains in one game, but sometimes they'll switch over and they'll play a different game and they'll just enter like a big ass tournament in a different game. For example, Sonic
Sonic
Fox.
Fox.
Sonic Fox, he played like in Evo, he played I remember he played Skullgirls, then he went and played Dragon Ball Fighters, and then he went and tried to play Mortal Kombat. By the way, Mortal Kombat I think is his main like game where he's like he was
Yeah,
known
he's the goat at Mortal Kombat.
he's the goat of Mortal Kombat. Like he is known for, like his go, and then he's like he's fucking nasty at Dragon Ball Fighters. By the way, too, he's kind of nasty.
Yeah.
But
And
then
then he played Gear a little bit.
he
And
played a little bit of
he
Gear.
like got bored of Gear because he like entered a tournament, swept the floor with it, and was like, easy game.
Yeah,
and
yeah, like
fucking left.
I don't know what goes on in fighting games characters like heads. Like it's hard to just go to a different game. Like in FPS, okay, you can say like CS:GO and then like Overwatch, you can go to Valorant, right? Like it's kind of an easy transition, right? For the most part, it's an easy transition. No, when you go to a different fighting game, you have to learn a completely different combo. And then, like for example, Mortal Kombat is just one person, right? You can't switch over. Then you go to Dragon Ball Fighters, you have to learn three other people plus their combos and plus how to bounce off all of them.
Yeah.
And then Tekken, you have to learn like 100 combos for just one guy.
And not only you have to learn frame data, so when you can and can, you have to learn the frame data of other people's moves as so when you can and can hit them.
Yeah.
Because like frame data basically determines like whether it's your turn to hit someone or not. Because like if your attack starts quicker than theirs, it's your turn to hit. But if theirs starts quicker than yours, it's their turn. So different moves have different like timings and stuff. So you have to learn your frame data and when it's safe for you. You have to learn theirs when it's safe for them. When you can, Tekken's hard.
No, Tekken, multiple guys. So that's why like you gotta look at you look at someone like Sonic Fox, like the way he just like is able to just pick up a fighting game.
Before we consider, he's a they.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
He's a they.
Though,
I was thinking about that.
sorry, my apologies. The way that they can pick up like the game and just like absolutely sweep the floor with everybody. Like when they picked up Guilty Gear when it first came out, when Guilty Gear Strive, I'm sorry, well Guilty Gear Strive first came out, they just like picked the I don't know how much they play behind the scenes, but he just they picked it up and was just able to just get good.
Yeah.
So it's kind of
Well, I guess like some of it comes down to like fighting game. I'm gonna say this. This isn't what I mean. Fighting game mechanics tend to be similar, so like you could kind of pick things up. Like that's why people like Quinn pick up fighting games easier and stuff like that. Like if you're like, oh, this is what a combo is, this is what it does. You could kind of go, oh, this is how this works. It just feels a little different here. It makes sense, but like, yeah, learning new move sets and like coming into communities that have been here and then just like mopping the floor with them and then fucking leaving is just like,
It's like the biggest disrespect you can do to a fighting game. Like I'm not gonna lie,
nah, literally.
it's big because I know someone like Leffen. So he plays melee, but he also play now he's maining gear. But then sometimes he'll just go and play in a melee tournament just for funsies, or like just play. But then he'll go and then his main game that he usually plays right now is gear. So like Guilty Gear Strive. So
Yeah.
then, but then sometimes you'll see him in a melee tournament because that's where he kind of grew up in as well. That's how he got his fame in the Guilty Gear. And then he played a little bit of Dragon Ball Fighters. So like seeing like fighting players, professional fighting players, like just going and picking up a different fighting game, that's a whole new skill in itself. Because
Hmm.
anybody can really like, and I feel like an FPS for the most part, you can kind of pick it up pretty
If your
easily.
aim is good, you could be good at any
You can
FPS.
start off playing the game very well.
Well, yeah, not any FPS. I guess like maybe sim kind of games is
Yeah,
different, but
like
like,
you can't like Tarkov is one of those FPS games you can't just pick up. It is
yeah, yeah.
That is like for anybody who don't know, Escape from Tarkov was made by about a Russian game developer called Battlestate, and it is an ultra realistic kind of game. Like for example, for anybody who doesn't know, like if I get shot in the legs, right, I have to sit there.
And bandage your fucking leg.
That so even that's me not bleeding. So if I'm not bleeding, I have to use a different thing to stop my bleeding. Then I have to use a different thing to just even heal up.
But you still walk slower
But yeah,
at that point.
if
Like
it's not broken, and then if it's broken, I have to take painkillers. So then it's also all these different kind of things. And then if my leg is blacked out, so it does like a HP bar. If it's 0, you have to use a separate thing that takes like about like a whole minute. It takes a whole minute to just really for it to fix it, and then you have to like sew it back up, and it takes like. But the thing is, it's dangerous, right? Because imagine you're sitting there for like 2 minutes. Somebody could just come up and shoot you, and then you're dead.
yeah.
Because it takes one bullet. If it takes one, you can die from a pistol right in the head, and you're dead.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get hit in the head at all by one bullet, if it's not covered, you're dead.
You're done.
Doesn't matter how beefed up you are. So Escape from Tarkov is like those kind of games where it's very hard to just pick up. Like there's FPS games where it's hard.
Yeah, yeah. But like not arcadey things, but like CS:GO, Valorant, you could jump into COD, you
Apex,
could jump into Apex, you could jump into
PUBG.
Overwatch, you could jump into PUBG. Anything that's not a sim game, really, but
Yeah,
like a
you can pick
military
it up.
sim.
But like for sometimes fighting games, it's harder to just like really. It's easy to get good, hard to master. Except for Tekken and Melee, those are just hard to get good
Hard to pick up in the first place.
yeah. It's though minus those two games, fighting games sometimes could be just you can like memorize like all right, I did this in the other game, and let's see if I can kind of replicate it in the
Yeah,
other games. But like yeah, the only reason I was talking about Tekken is I saw that for all my weeb friends out there, do you know a show called Baki?
I've heard of it. That's
So
the one with the giant guy.
like the guy who's just
I
like
don't know. Like I see the cover on it on like Netflix or,
yes, that
and he's
show.
like,
Yeah.
I don't know anything about
So
it.
the main character Baki is just based around him. He's actually going to be a playable character in Tekken, and that was the
In
sole
Tekken 8.
Tekken 8. I saw he's a
Oh
DLC
fuck,
character, and I low key was the only reason I talked about it is I might play it just because of him, just because
do it.
just because he's in there as a DLC character. I was gonna pick up the game, so that's why I was like, oh shit, that's sick as hell. So that's why I was picking it up because I like how like they're meshing like anime, and then they're like, he's like, hey,
They have a lot of really whack guest characters. Like
like different character, like yeah, like all these
they had fucking. I don't know if you've ever watched The Walking Dead.
yeah.
You know Negan.
He was a playable character?
Yeah, he's in Tekken 7.
No way.
Yeah, and he's got like the fucking barbed baseball bat, and his voice lines are really funny. If you knock him into the air, he's like, "Oh shit!" It's so funny.
Wait, what the fuck? I didn't know that.
Akuma's from Street Fighter is in Tekken 7.
Yeah, I realized Tekken. Yeah, that means like Tekken just gets licensed characters for anybody. Because I know, remember in Mortal Kombat, you had oh my god,
They had all the hard. Each Mortal Kombat game
had all the horror like
has or at least the newer ones have had a theme. So Mortal Kombat X was all horror movies. So it had Jason, it had Alien, it had Predator, it
it
had
had the Joker, I think too.
that's Mortal Kombat 11 is it has the Joker in it, but that one's like 80s action movies.
Yeah.
So like Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger's
What was
in
the
it.
Rambo from
Yeah.
Sylvester Stallone? They had him as well.
Rambo's in it. RoboCop is in it.
So like
Who's someone else?
those kind of
They
things is
got
kind
fun guest characters.
yeah. And then like when I heard that, I actually did research. I was like, let me see what other characters are like in other games, and I saw all that. And then like Capcom versus Marvel, there's a lot of guest characters
Yeah.
there.
Well,
So-
I mean that whole game is a guest character.
Yeah,
game.
yeah. So that's why I was like looking at it. I'm like, damn, like they just added like it was nice that
I love it when devs do that. It's
Yeah,
so cool.
because
it's so
then
much fun.
because then you're getting like a different community. It's like, hey, your favorite character might be in this video game, and then like it's kind of nice, and it's like nice to see because I was looking at Valorant, and one of the for this episode, I think we're episode 6, Act 1. One of the end player cards was one of my favorite. Is in one of is like a inspiration for one of my favorite animes, Evangelion. Is the
You watched that?
yeah?
I keep seeing. I don't watch any of that, but that shit keeps popping up on my Amazon Prime.
Evangelion, it's a very long, and you have to watch every single movie to understand the ending because they technically just wrapped it up. It's been going on for like 20 plus years. It's all movies, by the way, but it's like they're
all movies.
all movies. I think yeah, it's all movies, and you have to like.
What's it about?
I can't explain it. It's one of those shows you just have to watch, and there's like there's a lot of politics behind it, and it's like the robots are not really robots; they're actual living things. So like, it's Evangelion is like you can go on a whole episode of Evangelion. It's generally it's crowned as one of the best animes ever. Like like people say it's like the series as a whole is very it's legit. Like it's a really good series, and I saw that. The Yoru, one of the posters of the Akira, one of the posters is just of a motorcycle, and then Akira, like the main character, he's walking to the motorcycle.
There's an Akira player card.
Akira player, it's an Akira inspired player card, but it's just Yoru and then the Yoru motorcycle.
That's actually so cool.
And then I noticed the first thing I noticed, I'm like, wait, that frame looked familiar. I looked it up, and I was like, that's the Akira inspiration.
Have you ever seen Akira?
Yeah,
It's
like
so good.
bro,
it's
we just
fire.
talked about it.
No, you just talked about
Akira. That was the show I saw.
No, you just talked about Evangelion.
I'm sorry, Evangelion, yes. Evangelion, and then Akira.
Akira's part of that?
Yeah, that's what Akira is. Evangelion, like Akira is like, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Hold up, I'm gonna look this up. Wait, pause right now. I
I
cannot be
thought
true.
Akira's its own thing because I've seen the movie Akira with the motorcycle.
Akira, hold up. Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, I was thinking about two different series. Yes, it's literally this, but like,
Yeah,
you see this?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh
of.
my god, no,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I got two series completely mixed up. Yes, the Akira one, yeah, is Akira inspired anime. Like it was that, but then
okay.
No, okay, hold up. I am so
Because
sorry.
I was gonna say I know Akira. I've seen Akira.
Yeah, Evangelion. I'm sorry, Evangelion is a
Separate thing.
it's a mecha anime. It's a completely different series.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, you watched that?
I don't know because I just thought of it and I was like, Akira.
Do you watch that though?
Akira?
No.
Evangelion?
Yeah.
I've actually watched Evangelion.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I haven't watched the newer stuff. I haven't watched like the past 3 movies, but I've watched the previous like the 90s one.
There's more Akira than just the movie.
I don't know about Akira. I'm talking about Evangelion, but I was thinking about the poster.
So you were just like combining them.
I was combining them, but I was talking about 2 different things. But Evangelion is a completely different thing. Akira, I think I've only watched that. I don't know if there's actually
I don't
more
know
of Akira.
I don't think.
But I know Akira is very like popular. But yeah, I saw that, and I like how like a lot of game developers are like combining like back to this topic of what we're talking about.
Guessed or inspired by other things.
Yeah, so like when I saw Baki going to Tekken, and then I'm like, oh, Mortal Kombat has a lot of guests. Marvel's
Valorant's
Capcom.
got some anime,
Valorant has got some anime inspired stuff to it.
especially with the Valorant Go stuff too.
Yeah, the Valorant Go stuff is a lot of anime inspired. So it's like nice to see all that kind of stuff. And then it's like CS:GO their recent operation case, a lot of their skins are just anime. Just
Really?
like anime skins. So
That's funny.
I was like, weaves are taking over. So yeah, but that's I'm actually like it's nice to see all that. So I was thinking about getting Tekken just because of Baki. I'll only play it when Baki releases in the
Wait,
game.
is Baki the one where he like fights people in his mind or some shit to make himself stronger?
No,
Or am
okay.
I thinking of something different?
I'm gonna show you Baki, and I'm gonna tell you like what Baki is. It's this guy. You've seen him.
Yeah.
And then that's his dad. The guy with the red hair is his dad, but that's Baki, and they're putting him in Tekken 8.
Which one is the one that I'm thinking of then?
You talking about this guy or the redhead guy?
No, the fucking massive guy. I think him. Or is that the fucking armor titan?
No, that's not. Oh, that's a guy. His name is
Oh,
John
that
Oliver.
literally looks like the armor titan.
No, that I think that was
I
in the
don't know,
that was in the recent season. This was in the recent anime
Maybe
season.
maybe I'm thinking of something totally different, but I remember John and Noah saying that there's like a guy who's training and like he fought someone in his fucking mind.
Yeah, that was Baki.
That was Baki.
That was
Okay.
Baki. He literally, to explain what Baki is and how ridiculous but good the show is, this guy made a human-sized prayed mantis, and he actually fought
Yeah,
him
in his mind.
in his mind, and he envisioned him, and then he was fighting him in his mind to get stronger. That is how ridiculous it is. I can explain that is not even spoiling the show. Just like that's how crazy it is.
Mm.
So, but yeah, no, anime is fucking weird. I love it, but it could be weird at times. But yeah. But yeah, I think that's everything for today. Unless you have anything to say.
I don't think so.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
And I love you guys. Bye bye.